The second I walked into the therapist's office, I felt like an intruder at my own intervention. My husband sat too close to the therapist, sharing these inside glances that made my skin crawl. The ink was barely dry on our intake forms when the therapist started asking weirdly specific questions, about trust, about secrets, about whether I'd ever felt experimented on in a relationship. I figured it was just some new therapy technique. I answered honestly, because that's what you're supposed to do, right? Session after session, I started noticing patterns. The therapist would praise my husband's openness but dissect my answers, almost like he was daring me to catch up to some private joke. One night after therapy, my husband came home late, smelling like the therapist's cologne, a scent I'd only noticed because it lingered on the velvet couch in the office. I asked him about it. He said I was being paranoid, laughed it off, and went straight to the shower. It all crashed down a week later. I came home early, and there they were, my husband and the therapist, on our couch, tangled up and not even trying to explain. The therapist just looked at me and said, "Now you see it, don't you?" My husband started crying, babbling about how our marriage was always about testing limits, about pushing boundaries, about how he needed to know. The therapist wiped a tear from his cheek and asked me if I wanted to talk about my feelings. Standing there, I realized I'd spent a year in therapy trying to save a marriage that was just a twisted social experiment for them, me, the unwitting participant. I didn't scream. I didn't throw anything. I just left, heart pounding, hands shaking, not sure if I was angry at them or at myself for never questioning why I always felt like the odd one out.